Hey guys, today's August the 30th of 2023, and I want to go over the dollar, energy, and metals. So without any further delay, let's get into it. Don't sleep on the uranium sector. Don't sleep on the uranium sector. I've been following the uranium sector for a while, and we hit a peak, pulled back. I was calling for the year of correction, and it played out, but you know what it did? It just went sideways, which is a sign of strength. Normally, when a year correction comes, they pull back. That's one of Gann's technique of the many. And then it resumes the trend higher. And now that we have been done with this year, this correction phase, accumulation distribution phase on uranium, and this is uranium futures, by the way, UX2. You can look at it in the trading view. We got a nice little pop, hit this trend line. Well, after I put the trend line there, pulled back. We broke above the trend line. Now it's chucking along higher. We're somewhere around 58.75. It looks like it wants to kiss the Fukushima high. So if you want to get into the sector, look at our list of the Chemical CCJ is one I used to follow. I have it on my radar. I have other stocks that I'm long. Not CCJ, but CCJ is like one of the leaders. But keep an eye on the sector. Very good sector to get in if you're a long-term bull for the uranium sector. All right, let's look at crude. So far in the daily, PPS buy signal that triggered the 29th. And it looks like we had a little pullback. The bulls came in, bought it. Now we're going to test that 84 level again and see maybe we could push higher. So far, it's looking good. RBOB is probably the weakest out of all of them for some reason. Got a PPS sell signal on the weekly, squeeze play, and you can see on the daily is just kind of going sideways. Natural gas, my favorite of all of them. And uranium too. Uranium is good too. But if you want to get it at a discount, natural gas is the one you want to get into. Uranium was good when it was in 2016 when we hit those lows. That's when you would have been accumulating. And now you're big. But now this is the one you probably want to accumulate because it's at the bottom of the barrel. Looks like we're going to get a mobile breakout. If we could close above 272 this week, that'd be great because we're going to test 301, 302. Looks like we're still in a squeeze play. So the daily's good. PPS buy signal on the 29th. Broke the mobile bands. So the path of least resistance is to the upside. There's a pivot here, 279. And then you got that 302. Heating oil, same thing. Kind of hit the trend line and pulled back, went up, now pulled back. And you can see that it's like battling this trend line right here. So keep an eye on that. It's in a squeeze play on the daily. But the path of least resistance is to the upside. Let's look at the dollar, not the dollar, gold. Gold is getting this nice pop. Looks it's about to break the mobile band to 1972. If it could close above that, it's going to test that trend line, which is like 1993. You got a histogram, yellow one. PPS buy signal on the 23rd. And so far it's looking good. Silver, same thing. PPS buy signal on the 21st. You got a weekly buy signal this week. So far, this is that trend line. You got this target, which is 25.46. And you got that trend line you want to keep an eye on. It's on a squeeze play on the weekly. Copper, I got stopped out when we got this pop of this this area right here. I put my stop at that trend line, and if it was going to penetrate that, then I was in the wrong side. So I want to see how this is going to play out. But so far, it's getting momentum. PPS buy signal on the 22nd. And it looks like it wants to test this trend line. And also, there's a pivot here of 382, and it's already above it. So the next pivot would be 396. Palladium, kind of chop fest. Nothing really here. These guys are moving, but for some reason, Palladium is stuck. Let's look at Platinum here. And Platinum is moving. Let's see. Yeah, you got a PPS buy signal this week. And you got the yellow histogram. And you on the daily, you got it on the 18th. So far it's looking good. Looks like it wants to test this trend line again, and maybe he's getting Momo from his brothers and sisters right here. Let's look at the dollar, because I bet you something's happening. Ah, there you go. There you go. The dollar failed the 50% level, center of gravity, 103.35. There you go. That's why we're moving. Look at that. Even copper. There you go. This is it. PPS sell signal trigger on the 29th. Looks like gold and silver was sniffing it out. I bet you the dollar's going to tank, and they started building positions right here and going long, and now people are following it. You can see that was what? The PPS was 23rd on gold. On silver was the 21st, and the dollar sell signal was the 29th. So it was already late, but somebody was sniffing it out already. So now let's see if the dollar is going to retest it from the bottom to see if it could regain, if the bulls are strong, the 103 50% level, 103.35. But if it fails here, they're really going to slam it harder, and it's probably going to go test this 75% level. So I will wait to see if this is going to happen. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it just, it doesn't ever make it. Sometimes it just continues. So those are the little options you got where it could probably, test it. So let's see how that's going to play out. You can see all the currency pairs. They're strong there against the dollar. Let's look at natural gas real quick. As you can see, we're above the, this is the weekly market profile, 258, so that's good. We're above that, so that's good. Let's go into our daily, see what we got there. You can see on the daily, I got a few things here. Let's see. Yep, we were chopping around. This 269 was a strong level right here. 269, somewhere around there. And now we're grinding and pushing higher. So let's go to our mobile bands. On the weekly, 271. We're back at 270, so we're kind of struggling there. MACD on the weekly still negative. We still in the mobile bands. If we could get a close above 271, that'd be great, because then we could kind of grind higher and push higher. The good news is that on the daily, we got a MACD crossover, so it's positive from the August 25th. PPS buy signal on the 29th, kind of reminds you of the dollar. In reverse, they got the sell, and you're out of the cloud, so that's good. Let's see what the cloud is looking like. It's kind of looking a little negative here, but we're out of the cloud. We're above the 20 and the 50, so that's good. That's I couldn't ask for anything better than getting out of the cloud and just kind of hovering around here. As long as we could stay above and grind and push higher above 269, that'd be great. I'm at 8 minutes. Let's look at our levels real quick. So let's look at our monthly. So far the monthly, we're good. We're above 263. Next month's midpoint, it all depends. I'm not going to really, as of right now, it's 272. But it all depends on where we close for this month, which would be tomorrow. This is the 31st. Let's see. And you're above the 254, and you were battling out this 269 midpoint from last week, and now you kind of pierced above it. So these are the targets for this week, and so far we have hit all these here. 266, we hit 271. The last one is 277, and we went as high as 274. We're just kind of chopping around. As long as we can stay above 266, 254 for this week. 266 is for today only. And obviously hold at least 263. We are in groovy move to continue to push higher. This is a strong level, 298. So keep that on watch. Let me put my trend lines. I took them off here. Yep. So there's this trend line that's coming in right here. So you want to keep an eye out if we get to push up there. And looking at the square of 9, we at 274. We hit this high here. It lines up with that 199 low. You got that 194 low of April 14, 277. My hunch is that we probably might get to 285. If we grind and push higher, 281 to 285. We're going to have a battle right here. But that's my target, for the week. It'll probably blow through 277, which is this one right here. That's right here. If we get some good mobo. But 285 to 289. Those are my targets to the upside. So let's see how this plays out. I'm going to sign out. Hopefully you like this video, and I'll keep you posted on my thoughts on the dollar, energies, and the metal sector.